Hello and welcome to Talkin' Baseball. It's the midweek. That means we're doing some buy and sell. We've got some early trade candidates. Why is Trev smiling so much? Let's talk ball. That Buxton catch, that must be it. I'm the pitcher. Okay. I'm Mackenzie Gore.
Harrison Bader. Bam!
Ooh. Team Israel. Official. Hello and welcome to Talkin' Baseball, presented to you by SeatGeek, code Talkin 2025. Jake Storielli, Trevor Plouffe, Rob Scirocco. We're talking ball, baby. It's April 23rd. Ooh, it's gonna be May. Things are getting real. Trev, your Twins just saved their season last night. We're gonna have some fun today. We've been open and honest with the people throughout the midweek. Again, we're going to look for more segments and hopefully more regular segments. We're going to do some buy and sell today. Classic. Go through some early potential trade deadline candidates, which that might piss some people off. I think we have to talk a little NL West because right now we got 4 teams on track for a hundo spot win-wise. And then a top 5 list review at the end. So, Trevor Goof, how are you, my good man?
Well, you can tell I'm very smiley today.
Yeah.
I gave you guys the reason before the show, and it has everything to do with my Twins. They're back. No, they just beat the White Sox last night, barely. So I am in a good mood today. I'm excited about this episode. There is a lot of good ball going on. And, I think that we were going to do some buy and sell team stuff here. And I actually have some questions for you. I want to see where your head's at. I obviously know what's in my big brain.
Right.
But we sometimes think differently on all these things. So I'm very curious to see how that goes. Excited to be on the #1 baseball show in the world with you.
God, that gets me going. It's going to be a high tea show today.
Yeah.
And part of that, the tea comes from DirecTV. Today's episode is sponsored by DirecTV. Are you ready to experience baseball like never before? DirecTV, the ultimate destination for baseball fans, bringing you right into the heart of America's favorite pastime. Picture this, bottom of the ninth, bases loaded, and the play's made in the gap, and Minnesota wins. DirecTV's MLB coverage, you can catch all those thrilling moments, even if that one was half made up. That was a half truth. And you don't even need the satellite anymore. That's right, DirecTV has leveled up. You don't need the dish. Baseball isn't just a sport, it's a passion. You people know. DirecTV is your home for baseball, delivering the crack of the bat and the roar of the crowd right into your living room. If you're ready to transform your baseball watching experience, head to directtv.com/JohnBoy or scan the QR code on the screen to learn more. Trev, I feel a little flattered right now. I sometimes I have daydreams of when, MLB gives us a big hug one day and we're going to be on the World Series field after the game, and I'm like, do people want to hear my opinion? The fact that you do, God, that gets me going. Do you want to pick which buy and sell we want to start with?
I do, but I want to just make 2 quick statements right now. I love ball so much. Shout out Ian Happ.
Wow.
Right?
Showed a little emotion.
Did he?
Yes, just a little. Just a little.
That was a huge knock.
Yeah.
First pitch drives in the game or the walk-off.
Yeah.
Love him. He's so professional. Also, right outside Magnum Condom Studio out here, I hear Teddy taking hacks off the tee.
God, I love. Oh, it's a big show today.
Ball.
It's a big show today.
It's a big show.
Big show.
Okay. We can do this here. First thing I want to ask you, Jake.
Yeah.
Are you buying or selling the Atlanta Braves as a non-playoff team? Currently 9-14 on the year, 2-11 on the road.
Right.
3-4 in 1-run games. The rotation's bad. They're striking out way too much. What's your feeling on the Atlanta Braves? Do we still need to give them time? We gave Heim time.
Did we?
We did. Are you going to give the Braves some time to get things right?
I'm buying, or I'm selling the Braves are not a playoff. I'm still in on the Braves.
You're in on the Braves.
I'm buying the Braves in the good way. I think it was as bad of a start as you can get off to. I think they've already started to salvage it just a little bit. Everything's gone wrong, man, and it's this is a weird time of year where maybe some people are going to comment how you can be glass half full or glass half empty real easily. I don't see the Braves starting pitching being 25th in ERA. I don't see their bullpen staying 24th in ERA. All of that being said, and I know like the Orioles are going to get talked about later and a few other teams. The Braves, the scary Braves were built around offense. When they won the World Series, that second half of the season, they kicked into gear. They made that trade for all those outfielders. They had the best offense the rest of the way that season. The dominant, nasty Braves team that our guy Peter Moylan was showing off. I think he made it the background of his phone. It was the lineup with everyone's OPS. And everyone was in the 8s or the 9s. It was insane. And that's why we thought this Braves team was going to be dominant. I know Strider just went on with the hammy. Ronald should be back at some point, although is he in a fight with the manager? I know it's ugly right now. We still got a couple days in April. Big road trip coming up, Arizona, Colorado, which hopefully that can be a good thing. They're 8th in home runs. I'm still buying the Braves. I can't feel like their season is over this early in April with how much talent they have.
I go back and forth on this one. If this was a regular year, Jake, I would be buying them as a playoff team, so selling them as a non-playoff team. God, that's like a prop thing when you're voting. You don't even know what's going on. Right. They're trying to trick you. On a regular year, I would say, yes, they could still get back into it and be a playoff team. But I think the NL is so loaded. It's going to be such an uphill battle. Like, can I buy like this much? I know I bought all the stock when they were like super low, but the more and more I think about it, like let's just name. There's only 6 teams can make the playoffs in the National League, okay? And 2 other ones have to be division winners, or 3 do. I don't think they're going to win the division. Doesn't seem like it, right?
3 division, 3 wild card, right?
Are they going to be better than the Brewers, the Diamondbacks, the Giants, the Padres, or whoever doesn't win the NL West? Like, there are so many teams out there that they're going to have to be better than one of the Phillies or the Mets. So, like, do I think they are a good team and are going to come back and salvage their season and it be respectable? Yes, but I just think the overall strength of the NL right now might be too good. The only saving grace is that the NL West hasn't played each other yet.
Right.
So they're going to beat up on each other, and some of those records are going to come back down to earth, no doubt about that. But there's almost too many good teams right now, and they've dug themselves a pretty good hole. 5 games under 500 right now. I think I'm buying a non-playoff team, and not because I don't think they're a good team. I think they're going to get better. I just think there's too many good teams in the National League.
You have to start picking against someone. And it's a part of the reason we want to do this episode, because we're gonna talk some players and stuff too. It's so easy, especially player based, to be like, oh, this guy Jonathan Aranda's off to a good. I love the way he looks at the play, and it's just like, okay, it's really easy to do that with the guys that are playing well. That we want to get some open thoughts on here on what we might not be about. In the NL's, I'd be lying if I told you I have things locked in stone. Like, I obviously don't feel great about the Braves. Like, how could you? I don't think Braves fans do. Like, right now I'm seeing Alex Verdugo penciled into the leadoff spot. This guy couldn't get a gig. That I guess I'm still rooting for the evolution of the Braves, and I think something at some point is going to go right, and they're going to feel that, and then the rotation, you start passing the baton, and Ronald's back, and this lineup's so good.
It is good, but there's a lot of really good lineups in the end. Now, here's your thing that's going to go good for the Braves. I don't know if you saw, it just came across the wire. Jesse Chavez just got called back up. So, the world is healing.
It's insane.
So you're in on the playoff team. I think I'm preseason. I had Braves, Phillies coming out of the National League East. I bought their stock, I believe, when they were 0-5.
Mm.
So I have that. But the more and more I think about it, only 6 teams, Jake.
Right.
Only 6 teams, and there are some damn good baseball teams who have not got off to this start. So I think I'm buying a non-playoff team Braves. And it hurts my heart.
No, it's going to be our friends in Seattle. You know, we were all over them the year they hosted the All-Star game, and would they be buying or selling? And they did enough. All-Star games in Atlanta this year.
We'll be in the ATL.
That's going to be where the Dirty Birds take the field. That's something to watch. They got to get it going. Get that thumb out of here. Trev, I'll segue us quick because if people were listening, which I think they do on this program, maybe we're just background noise. The next buy or sell we had listed are the Cubs, the best team in the NL Central. The Cubbies, 15-10, first in the NL Central. The highest OPS in baseball out of your Chicago Cubs. And you mentioned that the NL West hasn't played each other yet. That's because they've all been hobnobbing versus the Cubs. And the Cubs have survived this NL West. They've done better than survive the NL West. That we have been ranting and raving about. Are you buying or selling the Cubs being the best team in the Central?
I'm buying it. I don't think there's any doubt. I think the Brewers are a really good team. I love to see the Reds figure something out and go on a magical run. We've been waiting for that for quite some time. They just lost a series against the Marlins. They're kind of an enigma. But for the Cubs, I mean, even if you watched last night's game, if you didn't watch all the games prior to that, and you saw them take a lead against the Dodgers, blow it because their bullpen hasn't been great, and then come back and get that W. Maya hitting the home run, and then obviously our guy Ian Happ doing it. Porter Hodge doing a great job stranding the Dodgers in extras. They just have so many ways to beat you. This is the formula that we talk about, and I think it got lost a little bit in the beginning of the analytical era where we were just trying to slug. They take the extra base, they steal bases, they hit homers, they hit for average. They just do everything. And the lineup 1 through 9 gives you tough at bats. Now, obviously, the loss of Justin Steele hurts a lot. And I mentioned the bullpen hasn't been great. I think they're going to be one of the most active teams during the year. I hope they're one of the teams that goes out and gets guys early before the trade deadline, just reinforces as quickly as possible. But I do think they are a better overall team than the Brewers. The Brewers have Brewers magic. We know that. But I'm buying that they're the best team in the NL Central. And man, it's Kyle Tucker has changed everything. He's changed everything. Ask Ian Happ about that, man. He made a catch in right field in the inning where the Dodgers took the lead that saved a couple more runs that allowed them to stay in the game. He's changed everything. Again, I'll reiterate this because I said this, I believe, last show. They have to keep him. They have to keep that guy, and it's becoming more and more apparent. And I think they can. I think he likes it there. And if they got to offer the right amount of money. But yes, they're the best team in the NL Central.
Kyle Tucker, go look at the stats when you get a second. 1.070 OPS, 420.
Mention Carson Kelly, guys.
Carson Kelly, Miguel Amaya, they're getting something out of their catchers. You're right. They have some fun solutions, and they still have depth prospect-wise. That third base, how is that going to sort out? And then, you can never have enough arms come October that they starting pitching and their bullpen, which has been kind of the weak spot of the team, with some room for growth. I mean, that Tucker, what? Just what baseball's supposed to look like. Just a ball sailing into the night sky, some ivy on the wall. That being said, I'm going to sell a little bit. This is the only reason why.
Okay.
I love the Chicago Cubs. I really do, Trev. People that have been tuning into this show know that I've been mad at the Cubbies because their front office and Craig Counsell trying to get the love. Kind of everything we've, I don't want to say hated about baseball, but baseball comes down to dudes. Baseball comes down to Tucker and Happ and Seiya. And who's Michael Busch? Is this guy one of the best first basemen in baseball? The Dodgers gave him away. They got prospects back. We'll circle on that another time. PCA looks like it's happening in front of our eyes. Got to be pretty damn good if you're going to turn down $75 million guaranteed. Milwaukee, since the Yankees series, has been the Milwaukee Brewers. And they have been the team in that division. And we do this every year. And, since that opening weekend Yankees sweep, the Brewers are 13-8. And the pitching has come back. They're already up to top 5 starting pitcher ERA, which, again, you don't think of that when you think of the Brewers. They're third in runs, Trev. Yelly. That new back, I want whatever he had because it's working. Chiriot, the whole top half of their lineup has been getting it done this year. And they have all of these guys that are just such Brewer, like Garrett Mitchell, Joey Ortiz. These guys haven't even really gone yet that we've seen them be elite players at their position. So this isn't a shot at the Cubs. I love the Cubs. I think they're going to push even more chips in. It's great. I just think if you took out the opening weekend, the Brewers have been the Brewers and they have been the NL Central.
Me buying the Cubs being the best team in the NL Central has nothing to do with me thinking that the Brewers are a bad baseball team. They're one of the most fun teams to watch in all of baseball. That little dude, your doppelganger, Caleb Durbin, love watching him. Bryce Terang making an adjustment at the plate. Like, I love to bunt. I love to take the extra base. That's my game, baby. No, it never was my game. I wish I was a better base runner. The Brewers are great. I just think Cubs right now have a little bit more oomph in the lineup, and I think they are going to make the moves that Milwaukee won't make. Does that mean they're going to go further than them in the playoffs? I don't know, man. But I do think if I'm looking at these rosters and the baseball that I've watched, 2 great teams, but I'm taking the Cubs.
Hey, I think you're kind of right. All right, that August Cubs Brewers series. Okay, you traded for Sandy? Awesome. Here's Chad Patrick for shutout 6. Like, that's just what they do.
Stop having 2 first names.
It's just what they do. And that's what T-Mobile does. Today's episode of Talking Baseball is brought to you by our friends at T-Mobile, the network we trust, whether we're at home, the ballpark, or the road. This weekend, all 24 runs from the D-backs Cubbies game without skipping a beat. Coverage that keeps you locked in. 13-11. What a game. All on America's largest 5G network. So whatever you're doing, and you could use Magenta status. The perks from T-Mobile. Discounted tickets. That sounds nice. Hotel deals. Free in-flight Wi-Fi. You got it. Perfect for trips like heading to the Derby. We're just talking about that. If you're not already with T-Mobile, now is the time to add the best 5G coverage in the game to your lineup. Learn more. T-Mobile.com/MLB. Thanks to our partners at T-Mobile. Pumped to be with them this baseball season. Trev, we've got... These ones are a little uglier. From your reaction, I want you to tee it up.
The next buy or sell, this one stinks. I don't like doing this. Will the Orioles be the worst pitching staff in all of baseball at season's end? I think we're more talking about
the
starting pitching.
Yeah.
I think that's what the premise was supposed to be. And the reason I gave that disgusted look, you could talk about the bullpen too, but 30th in ERA, 30th in whip, 30th in Ks per 9, 30th in hits per 9, 30th in homers per 9. I have never seen that.
Yeah.
We peruse Fangraphs and Baseball Reference a lot.
Maybe a Rockies or an old athletics
I don't think I've ever
team
seen 30
there.
of 5 of the 6 categories. They're 14th in walks per 9, so snaps for that.
Good. Middle of the pack. The worst.
Sheesh.
The worst. No, I mean, If this was Orioles as a team, I would be selling stocks. I bought before the year and I'm out. The worst pitcher, like Charlie Morton, I don't know what's in the tank, but it can't be that bad, right? So I guess I'm selling them being worse, not by a lot. And I do, it's easy for us and everyone to be a little hard on the front office because they traded for Corbin Burnes. We were hype, right? They didn't sign Corbin Burnes. He wanted to play where his home is, and we respected that. And the Snakes rolled out some money. But they replaced it with multiple options, which at the time I looked at as like, okay, pitchers get hurt, and they didn't bring in Max Fried was out there. There were other pitchers out there. The only thing I will defend the Orioles with, and every team has their list, but the Orioles probably thought their rotation for this year was going to be Eflin, Grayrod, Trevor Rogers, Tyler Wells. Did I say Bradish? Do you remember how good he was? So they do have a rotation that's currently on the IL. That being said, it can't be fully excused for having the worst rotation. So I'm selling them being the worst, but not by a lot.
They've been the worst.
They've been the worst.
They've been the worst.
Easily.
If Grayson was coming back, which he was on his way back, he had some elbow inflammation going on to start the year, was throwing bullpens on his way, and then he started to have some shoulder issues. He's going to get an MRI now, and that is, if he doesn't come back, I don't know what this team does, Jake. I don't know if are they close enough to be like, hey, let's go make a few splashes. Let's go get Sandy. Would that save their season? Maybe. But is that the way they've been operating? They did it once with Corbin Burnes, right, and really that's it. They made a move for Flaherty. When is Kyle Gibson going to be ready? I guess I could text him.
Trevor Rogers.
But I just...
Yeah.
I think I'm selling worse rotation, but damn, they've been the worst rotation. So I don't know, man. Who's worse? I guess is my question.
It's a little unfair.
Force Field stuff?
Yeah, Colorado is involved in this, unfortunately.
When you're getting compared to the Rockies rotation, and you're supposed to be... Look, this was supposed to be the window, Jake.
Right.
And we got some damn good ball players on this team. And I think everyone around the league still roots for the Baltimore Orioles. They haven't had enough success where people root against them. I think everyone's
Correct.
Still championing Gunnar Henderson and all these guys that have come up, and we want Jackson Holiday to be it, and we want Ryan Mountcastle to be that guy that sees them have playoff success. He's been there through the bad times and some of the good times. It's I still root for this. I root for Brandon Hyde, man. I don't think Baltimore fans root for Brandon Hyde right now, but I'm selling worst.
How about this?
I'm selling worst.
What about
they're going to be close.
What about bottom three? Because I think I'd buy.
That's so disappointing, Jake.
I know, man.
That's so disappointing, man. They deserve so much better, man. Baltimore fans are great. They always scare the crap out of you when they're singing the national anthem, and they get the O on you, and beautiful ballpark. I love that city, man. Charm City.
Oh.
But yeah, it's disappointing. I'll buy bottom 5.
Okay.
But I'll sell worst. Which is I don't know if that's any consolation.
Yeah, I don't think it is. I think maybe we both just...
Are they going to make a move? Because
I don't think so.
The window of the position players is still not going anywhere.
Right.
They have these guys for a while. So if you're... I don't know, man. We've talked about the AL kind of being wide open. Sandy does change a lot of things.
Yeah, but there's a lot of teams asking for Sandy now.
I know that.
And
yeah. And I don't think they necessarily have all the prospect capital to get him anymore. All those guys are in the big leagues.
And are they going to move it? And you say the AL's wide open, and in a way it is, but it's also, should you look differently at the Blue Jays with the way Chris Bassett's throwing the ball and Kevin Gossman is back to form? Like, I don't know, if we looked at the Blue Jays and Orioles rotation before the year, we probably would have been like, oh, these Orioles, they've been a good franchise, and I know the names in Toronto, but it's pretty close. Right now, it's no contest.
We do need to talk about the Blue Jays more. I don't know if that's going to be maybe that's for the Friday recap. We'll get into him a little bit.
Noted.
I was talking to our guy Jimmy. You know him as John Boy.
Oh yeah, I know.
There may be something coming out about Cal Raleigh and Jose Barrios.
Yeah,
their little altercation.
So. Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Okay, so we're both selling worst, but like
I'd say
I'm not much.
If we're making a graphic or we're trying to get the point across, instead of being like, well, I think the Rockies are probably going to be bad, and I don't know, maybe the A's and Sacramento.
Don't disrespect the A's.
White Sox are still really young. The Orioles having a bottom 5 rotation is a problem, and I think we both buy that easily. Buy. So we've changed the question.
I don't want to buy it. I don't want to buy it.
I'm okay buying it.
I bought it.
Trev, our last one team-wise that we should chew through, again, we just changed our buy and sell question last time. This one is, I guess we'll do this as you only get to buy one. You went to the mall. Mom gave you $20. Both of these are $15. We bought the Blue Jays for $5.
$20 at the mall right now is not a lot, Mom.
Nothing. Back in the day, Trev.
$20 got me through a week back in the day. Charles Jr.
You just had a little.
I would get a spicy chicken sandwich, 99 cents, be $1.07 after taxes. I would go to Del Taco on Tuesday, get 3 tacos for 99 cents. Bro, that ain't happening anymore.
Oh, man.
McDonald's is like ridiculously priced, especially in Calabasas. My goodness.
All right. Relatable for a lot of people. That. You only get to buy one of these. We're looking at the elites right now, Trev. And there's a couple different ways to skin this cat. I usually start with the tail. We landed on Padres Mets. Everyone's loving these Padres, right? They're the best team in the best division. These Mets, we announced they're the old Brewers. They can have anyone pitch, and they happen to have MLB talent guys that are upping their pitching game. So we just want to make it all-encompassing. The Mets probably have a lean in the rotation. That Padres bullpen is impressive as it gets. If you only got to buy Padres pitching or Mets pitching, who you buying?
I think I'm buying Padres. For a couple, I don't have a great reason, I guess. But I will say this about the Padres bullpen, which has kind of been, I mean, look, the Mets bullpen has been great. I'm not trying to take anything away. I just think matchup wise, the Padres bullpen has a great mixture of talent where you can set the lanes up. If you have a group of left-handers coming up, we have guys that can get lefties out. They have right now 3 lefties or 2 lefties or 3 lefties in their bullpen right now.
Yeah.
Yuki Matsui is a guy that nobody talks about, but whenever he comes in the game, it's lights out.
Same with Wandy. Same with Wandy Peralta so far.
Yeah, it's mixtures of speed and stuff and swing and miss and for me, when you're game planning for a team, that's what managers do right now. Managers and pitching coaches get together and say, okay, this is the lane. You're going to have your closer that most likely comes in and shuts the game down and gets the last 3 outs. But the lanes are what they focus on more. And I think right now, lane-wise, the Padres just have more options. And I think a little bit better options in the bullpen. So I'll take them. I love what Nick Pivetta has done. But I think Michael King, to me, is the guy. Out of all the pitchers, love Senga, all these things. I just love watching Michael King pitch. Dylan Cease had 1 bad start, so his numbers look terrible. My A's got him. But I think overall I would take the Padres. It's close, but I think by year's end they'll separate a little bit as well. No shots taken at the Mets. We know what's going on there. Mets fans, I understand what's in Flushings. Okay, but for me it's the Padres.
The name value is so tricky. because I was about to go up and down the Padres bullpen and say a name and an ERA, and it would blow your mind. You could do the same thing with the Mets outside of Edwin Diaz. Like the pitchers on each team that are struggled are Edwin Diaz and Dylan Cease, who would have been, if you had to pick from these teams, your Cy Young winner and your it's not Rolaids reliever of the year anymore, right? Did they rename it to Mariano Rivera or something like that? What's that name?
I think it is. Yes.
Reliever of the year award.
Rolaids, that is just, you really think about it.
That was sick. That was like baseball's coolest award title.
Like diarrhea. Love that.
Good for
I was going to say,
Trev.
I thought Hoffman had one, so it's in different leagues. Okay.
Good for Trev. It is really hard to turn down the name value on the Padres. And I think it's baseball world name value. Cease, again, who's the low man on the totem pole right now. If you've been following what Mike King has evolved into, it's unhittable. And I think he showed that in his first playoff start last year. Who are you taking? It's a great question, right?
I didn't have a good reason. People are like, you didn't give it any reason whatsoever. And I think that's maybe it's very telling of this situation right here. I don't think there was much that separates. The only thing that I could really come up with was that I just think that it's easier for a manager and a pitching coach to dissect a lineup with the Padres bullpen. That's it.
Yes. And if I'm being honest, and this could be totally wrong, and Mets fans, you've been expecting me to say Padres the whole time. Padres, because I think we see relievers year in, year out tap in or tap out, or they have a good 2-year run and then they get hurt. Like the reliever is the most volatile position. With those Padres, man, I think name value still matters. Like when it's the playoffs, and
I don't know what you're talking about with name value. Give me a definition of that.
So I think Jason Adam has been a dominant reliever for the past.
He comes in. I know Jason Adam has been good, so I'm like a little bit more scared to face him.
Than if, again, like Reed Garrett, who he's been a breakout, amazing pitcher. He broke out last year. He hasn't given up an earned run this year. I just do think in that final moment, I think there's a little more of a fear factor. But again, I'm walking all over myself because the guy that should have that is Edwin Diaz, who's been the only bad pitcher out of their bullpen. So there's a reason we did this one. There's not a right answer. I unfortunately would lean Padres too, and I think that's just ignoring that the Brewers are the new Mets.
You heard us in the comments right there. Needed to have both answers on this one. Let us know. Seriously, if you're a Padres fan, don't answer. If you're a Mets fan, don't answer. In the comments, if you're a fan of any other team, tell us who you take, because it is an interesting exercise. Go check.
This?
If you've watched them, check out the stats, all encompassing. It's a very difficult decision.
There's a little bit, almost everything the Padres are doing feels sustainable. The Mets, we want to give them credit for being the new Brewers and this being sustainable. There's a chance it's not. Like, hey, if we did this last year with the Boston Red Sox, we would have been like, dude, how good are these Reds? We gave Andrew Bailey all this love. Things did end up falling apart. I want Griffin Canning to keep pitching like this. I want Brazoban in that bullpen to keep shoving. Maybe their name value is about to pick up this year, and I'm behind it. This is splitting hairs. I lean Padres.
How about Clay Holmes? Like Clay Holmes, I get.
Right.
No homers given up.
Also, what about the innings for Clay? Like that has to be a thing at some point.
It's a tough one.
No home runs from him or
McGill.
That's crazy.
Kind of what you want.
In today's baseball, that's just insane. After that, I think I need a Corona. And I think you guys need to go out and get some. Because what's better than having a Corona, putting the game on, and enjoying the ride together? Probably not a reference from the old Cruella song. Those who know that know. Go throw it on sometime. Go Get a Corona. Get out of work. Happy hour? Is there anything better than happy hour? It's named happy hour. Roll that into the game. And for us baseball guys, there's nothing quite like sharing a Corona, relaxing, enjoying every unpredictable moment with friends. So whether you're in the cheap seats and you're turning those into your own private island, or you're on maybe Trev's private island with some ice-cold Coronas, it's the official cerveza of Major League Baseball. Crack open a Corona, squeeze in a lime, and enjoy America's favorite pastime with Mexico's favorite pastime. Get yours at ordercorona.com. 21 plus, enjoy responsibly. Corona Extra Beer, imported by Crown Import, Chicago, Illinois. All right, Coach, we want to check in on some top 5 lists this year. You and I, we tell the people we know ball. But we want to double check kind of how we know ball.
Oh, no.
I know, that's not a great setup for this. Super producer Rob Scirocco has some top 5 lists, and we want to try this out and see how well we have been following this year. So I think we're going to do MLB batting average leaders, ERA, and strikeouts. Let's do batting average leaders and try to get
you go first.
The top 5. Luckily, Trev, I have an easy one to bring to the table because Aaron Judge is now hitting in the 400s. He had a 4-hit game against the Guardians last night. And some people get frustrated. Oh, you're talking about the Yankees, blah, blah, blah. Aaron Judge is the best hitter maybe you've ever seen. He's not just a mammoth dude that hits home runs. He's currently hitting 400. He's getting on base at a 500 clip. He's amazing. So he better be on this.
He is. He is number 1 at 411. Let's go.
I was thinking about him as well. Actually, Jake, I just called him underrated yesterday.
Yes.
You did. You got a lot of slack for that.
What I meant, which people like, of course, the context never matters on the internet. What I meant was in the GOAT conversation.
Oh. Look at you.
Miggy, Pujols.
Skip Bayless, Plouffe.
Yeah.
He's doing best right-handed hitter ever stuff is the point.
I'm going to try to go. This is a tough one for me, actually. I'm going to go Wilyer Abreu.
Ooh, he was up there for a while, but unfortunately, he's taking a big dive. Not even on the top 30 right now.
Oh, top 30?
He's not even on the top 30 in average right now.
Okay.
We fell in love with the name, Wilyer. I have one for you. I don't know if we want to team this or what we want to do.
Keep going.
There's a guy, you highlighted him recently, so this, me fluffing you up a little bit. Which team hits this year, Trev? The St. Louis Cardinals.
Ooh.
Brendan Donovan's just been slapping it all over the yard. I know he was leading for the NL for a little bit.
That's right. I believe he's still leading with 356, coming in at 3rd in all of baseball right now.
3rd.
You keep going. You're on it.
See, this is where I'm starting to run dry.
2nd in the big leagues in average right now. Like, I was going to go Bichette, but I don't think he's going to be in the top 5.
No, he's not.
Who's hitting it,
Tyler Soderstrom.
No, he's
got the pop.
He's not up
I
there.
know he's got the pop. I know. I'm just trying to think of who's getting a bunch of hits. Jacob Wilson's getting a bunch of hits, but he also just gets out too.
I like them too much. What about your guy Kyron Paris? Is he still in the mix?
He's like 1 for his last 20 or something.
League caught up.
Jacob Wilson, number 10, batting 337, tied for 10th with Bryce Terang. Sorry, just
still hasn't walked, right? Or struck out.
He has yet to walk.
That's insane.
His K rate is
swinging
4.7%.
That's insane. Number 2 in average. Read it out, Bobby. We got 2 of them.
What do we got?
All right, we got Aaron Judge at 411, Paul Goldschmidt at 371, Brandon Donovan 356, Will Smith of the Dodgers 350.
He just started to qualify.
And Jake's guy Pete Alonso at 349.
Wow. This is why we do this. I would not have guessed that. I was watching last night and they were talking about Will Smith like finally qualifying, I believe, for these, the lists. Pete Alonso I did not have. I know he's having a great year. I called the RBI stuff. At least leading the league in RBI, but
He's been carrying the Mets offense. I feel bad. Paulie Goldschmidt, man, has been awesome for the Yanks. Michael K, your buddy, he started calling him Paulie Singles, which I was like, Paul Goldschmidt's got a lot of home runs in the back.
He does have a lot of home runs.
I don't know. That might be fine for the April.
Obviously, he means that like in a nice way.
Yes. Hey, everyone's trying to get a hit. How about Polar Bear Pete? He might be swimming in money very soon.
Leading the league in doubles and in slugging percentage was .698.
I think he is second in runs driven. And who's first? You have that?
Oh, I had him as first. Or
Wilmer Flores and Aaron Judge are tied. Oh, hold on. No, I'm sorry. You got 4 guys tied for first. Flores, Judge, Tucker, and Alonso all have 25.
Okay.
Murderers Row. Trev, let's jump over to the pitchers. The MLB ERA leaders. So I'm guessing these are qualified. The starting pitchers that are off to the best starts.
I'll go with this one. I'm going to go Kodai Senga.
Kodai Senga is not.
He might not have qualified because did he miss a couple starts?
I think he's got all the starts.
Let's see.
Who's got a 0 ERA?
Who has a 0 ERA? He's got a 0.79.
Okay, so he's not on the list. Jake, you're up. Not great. This is a bad look for old Coach Trev here.
I mean, if 0.79's not on there, I'm in a tough spot too. I was gonna throw out my guy. I've been throwing around Hunter Brown.
Hunter Brown coming in at number 5 with a 1.16.
Okay, so Senga, however that's been sorted.
Yeah.
He has 4 starts with 22 2/3 innings. I get credit for that one.
Standard.
Let's lower that standard a little bit. I'll go Garrett Crochet then.
Garrett Crochet coming in at number 4 with a 1.13 ERA.
Okay. Let's see. Is this AL only? Is that why Senga's not there?
No, this is the whole.
Give me McGill. We just talked about him. He's got all his starts.
Tyler McGill,
Okay.
1.09 ERA.
What's he?
What number was he, Bob?
Oh, number 3. So you guys are moving up the list.
Slowly but surely. Who's been dominant? Scoople got hit around a little bit.
You had a bad start.
Has anyone gotten Yamamoto?
Yamamoto, number 2
Okay.
with a .93 ERA.
Oh my gosh. Who's the best pitcher in the big leagues right now by that old school statistic?
Right. Trying to think of the good teams.
People are listening to this are shouting the answer out in their car or their office. What are people
Tyler Molly?
There you go. Ding, ding, ding. Tyler Molly with a .68 ERA.
I believe it's Mally.
Mally.
Yeah.
Molly, I'm sweating, but that was a good one for us.
That was good. Even like you're saying a bonus one. Yeah, I wonder maybe it's 5 starts. I think all those other guys have 5 starts and Sengi has 4.
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
So that
Right,
could
pitching
be it.
tonight.
So you did great.
I did great.
You did great. You're beautiful. And our last one, we want to do the pitcher strikeouts. I'm nervous for this one. I don't know.
I just saw Max Meyer get 14 in 6 innings.
Easy.
Max Meyer
No way.
coming in at tied for number 4
Yes.
at 41 strikeouts.
Holy.
Yeah. Puts him at a 12.3 K
Meyer.
per 9 rate.
I'm going Crochet.
That would have been one of my guesses. Yeah.
Garrett Crochet. Oh, unfortunately, he's number 10.
Max
Okay.
Meyer.
35.
Max Myers punching more.
Oh, I
tickets
got
than
one.
Crochet.
Hunter Green.
Hunter Green. He's also tied at number 10 with 35.
Jeez.
Okay.
Striking people out. Is McGill? No, McGill's got like 30. Who's punching tickets?
Michael King.
No.
Bad guess. Bad guess right there.
No.
I'm just thinking about the slider. I don't know.
It's a nice pitch.
He would strike me out.
It's a great pitch.
Another guy with an M start for his name. M.
Mantle, Maris,
Michael Lorenzo. No, just kidding.
DiMaggio. Cole Reagans?
Cole Reagans.
Oh, right.
He's up there at number 2.
Okay.
With 40.
That's an assist by me, by the way. I put you on the Royals.
Sure.
13.6 Ks per 9 for Cole Reagans.
He's.
Tell you who's not on the list. Any Twins?
Yeah.
That is true.
Confirmed. Get that.
Gosh, it's got. Is there a Seattle Mariner?
Is like Skeen still involved?
Skeens is not on the list.
Wow.
He has 30 right now. Coming in at number 28, technically. Tied with a bunch of other guys.
Logan Gilbert.
Logan Gilbert is number 3.
Okay.
With 41.
So what do we have right now? How many?
Another assist for you.
He's number 3 with 41. You got Logan Gilbert and Max Meyer. They're tied at number 3 with 40, or 4 with 41, or whatever you want to call it. You got Cole Reagans at number 2. So you're missing 1, 4, and 5.
Let's give one more guess. And
Who's
then Bobby
number
can read the list
1?
off.
Who's striking out people every game?
I'm trying to think. I'm thinking of big strikeout games right now.
Oh, I've got one guy. I don't think he's number 1. Mackenzie Gore's been going nuts.
Well, Jake, I'll let you know a little secret. Mackenzie Gore is number 1 with 45 strikeouts, leading the league.
How many? He had that one game. It was 15 Ks, 16.
I'm like that. I can look that up.
Yeah, he's putting out a 13.96 Ks per 9 right now, leading the league with 45 strikeouts.
Jeez. Mackenzie
Give us number
Gore.
5, Bobo.
Number 5 is Zach Wheeler with 41 as well, and then right behind him would be Logan Webb at 38.
Wow. Yeah.
So 3 guys tied with
Logan.
41, Gilbert, Meyer, and Wheeler, and then Logan Webb at number 38.
Mackenzie's had 2 13 strikeout days.
Takes his glove off after every pitch. Like, what's up with that?
I like that. Pitchers have to be a little weird.
The lefty.
Pitchers have to be a little
What
All
arm
right.
does Dane Dunning throw with?
weird. I think it's both. I think that's why he's not on these lists. I think he's got right-handed strikeouts and left-handed strikeouts. Top 5. A little JM trivia we brought over to Talkin' Baseball. How do you like
I
that?
totally redeemed myself right there. Batting average was not good for me.
Yeah, that was tough. I'm
I'm a
glad
slug guy.
glad you're still hyping Wheel Year. And I'm glad our friends are going over to the DraftKings Sportsbook. It's time to bet the cycle, brought to you by DraftKings. Make sure you use code JAMBASEBALL when you sign up at the DraftKings Sportsbook. Hey, we had some signs of life last episode, Trev, because we did say that the Braves were going to sweep the Twins, and they did that. So I know we're beating a dead horse a little bit there, but why don't you lead us off?
I want to go back to Willier Braves. He's hitting 299. Okay, I wasn't too far off there.
He's very good. Very good.
For the DraftKings bet the cycle. Now, the Dodgers are hosting the Pirates. So I'm actually going to be at the game on Friday. Skeens is pitching. I'm going to be sitting right behind the Pirates dugout. I already talked to Kutch. I said, please don't big league me. Make me feel cool in front of my wife. But we're going to go Saturday night for the Dodgers to beat the Pirates for our single, which I like. Dodgers are very good. Pirates, without Skeens pitching, not so good.
Just kind of got to survive them. Okay, Dodgers beat the Pirates on Friday night. You're in attendance? Olivia's in attendance?
Yes.
Whoa.
We are going right behind the Pirates dugout.
Gonna be
Can't wait.
a lot of distracted Pirates hitters.
I know. That's like the one rule. Like,
Yeah.
you don't bring him into the Lion's Den, but I'm also a Lion.
Okay, a double from this Tiger Cub. Going with the under in Brewers Giants, and it's because, hey, Logan Webb is on the bump, and you just heard how high he is on the strikeout list, which people don't even think of him as that. You think of him as the workhorse. And He's going against Freddie Peralta, a 1.91 ERA through 5 starts this season. Hasn't allowed more than 2 runs in an outing. Both those teams can twirl the pill a little under for a double.
For my triple, Pete Cromstrong was a triple short of the cycle last night. Shout out PCA. MLB's top strikeout pitcher entering Wednesday. We're talking Mackenzie Gore and Cole Reagans to both record 8+ Ks in their outing on Thursday night. Gore leads with 45, as we said, and Reagans leads the AL with 42 Ks. So 8+ Ks on Thursday night for both of those lefties.
Yo, that's awesome. That's like a tune in.
I like that.
Wow. 2 lefties punching tickets. And then for the home run, aim small, miss small. Or for the big man, aim very big. Saturday is Aaron Judge's birthday. Happy birthday, Aaron. He faces the Blue Jays. He is career off Kevin Gossman, 13 for 39 with an .846 slug with 6 home runs. Betting the Judge home run, crazily enough, is not a homer. Let's go for the 2+. Aaron Judge, 2+ birthday homers. Why not? And it's all brought to you by our friends at DraftKings. Make sure you use that code JMBaseball. That's JMBaseball for our new customers. $5 will get you $200 in bonus bets. They have everything to get you through this baseball season, whether it's before the game. You heard over-unders. You heard homers. They got same-game parlays, odds boosts, whatever you're looking for. JMBaseball. Bet just $5 on any wager. Get $200 in bonus bets instantly. JMBaseball at the DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. Yes, Coach.
Aaron Judge and I, Eskimo Bros on Kevin Gossman. What? We pumped them.
I was really worried where that was going for a second. That's good. Trev, hey, the listeners know this happens, I'd say, once a month or every other month during baseball season. That's kind of cool, Trev.
Oh, thank you.
Me and
2-1 splitter?
I don't see me and Judgy. I guess I don't see me and Gossman crossing that path unless Kevin comes to the warehouse at some point. You got anything else before we head over to Friday and the end of the week episode?
I want to say thank you to all our fans out there, man.
Oh.
We don't do that too often here. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But we have fun doing the show. We love that you guys love listening to it.
Yeah, let us know what you guys are looking for more of. We had a couple player segments. We didn't really get to the trade stuff because this ended up being a juicy ep. And we decided it was kind of too early for trade stuff. So, God, we wanted to hype Ben Rice and Miguel Andujar and Gavin Lux more. We'll find some different segments to do it coming up. Thank you, guys. Let us know. Hope your team wins tonight. How about that? Not your team. Let's go, Yanks. Oh. Jake's up. He slipped. Wait, he likes the Yankees. Cubs are gnarly.
Cubs are good.
Cubs
that was a great game last
problem.
night.
Against the Dodgers? In Wrigley? It's how baseball is supposed to be. I'll buy the Brewers.
That was silly. Ian Happ, I got to get you that big boy bottle of wine, baby.